person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me round, I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope. The cunt took from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset, but this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, when I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it. Don't try to struggle, hear me out, see I'm on your side really. Well, I was, till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take and still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by, poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too. Shut up, slut, you said enough. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know, I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy works, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, if a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Cujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part 1, it's even worse than part 2.
What's up, fellas? This is episode 16 featuring Razz and Chosen, and of course Snow. I don't know if you guys saw the description of this video, but at some point throughout this video, we are going to successfully convince Snow to start his 30-day fast. If the 8th wins the championship, I guess I will too. So we'll see, how that goes. But appreciate you guys being here. Also appreciate the guys in the chat for being here with us as well. So I guess we'll jump right into it. Snow, I know you had a lot of prep work done for these guys, so I'll let you open it up.
Well, first, let's introduce yourselves, boys. Razz, let's tell a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so I originally helped found HLLE. I think we'll go into a bit more detail. I've been dipping in and out, but yeah, I'm back with the team. Looking forward to winning 2 titles if we can.
Awesome. And you've been there since like day 1.
Yeah, so how it started basically was it was from the community page. So we created a tag so we'd see each other in game, and I just wanted something a bit more competitive. So then HLLE were born. There's a lot of history there. We've merged with clans, nearly merged with 7th Cav, which come off the back of us leaving KRRC. We were struggling to get the numbers together to start the season, but we were very democratic, so we had a vote on it. We voted not to. We pushed really hard to get that first team in season 1, and managed to fight our way to the final somehow. I don't think there'll be another season like it for me personally. you know, coming from nearly merging with a clan to being in the final. It's quite a feat for us.
Yeah, we'll speak a little bit more on that as well because the Eights actually kind of had similar journey, believe it or not, last season. Obviously, we didn't make the finals, but we went to our respective division. But also turning it to Chosen, man, a familiar face around the league. For better or worse, I mean, always a vocal member of the community. I love you, bro, but you know how people are. So let's tell a little bit about yourself, man. Let's see what kind of hat you're wearing and what you have in the background.
Yeah, just a bit of banter. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. But we can fucking see this, Libby. Now, to be fair, I've been playing the game for about 2 years now. I wasn't there for the kind of explosion of Merc. I kind of joined Merc on a whim, for somebody who called me a cunt. Won't mention any names, Sharpie. I was in a full game out of cap sector, and I just heard him in command shouting, "You're a bell end, you don't know what you're doing," blah blah. And then I made it my mission to join their Discord to find out who it was, and then I found the Merc Discord, and the rest was history. And I was there for 2.5 years. And that was that. Obviously, I haven't got as much experience as the big Razz man here, but that's basically where I'm at with it.
Well, you two have been on opposing sides for most of your quote unquote hell let loose career, but you two, especially in here talking with you before the show, have a really good respect and history with each other. I think that's very important between teams as well. So that is great to see. But Chosen, now you're on a familiar team with all of us on the American scene with LGN, previously on the 7th. How has the transition been from transferring from a European team to now an American team, and especially another heavyweight on the NA side?
I knew you were gonna fucking ask that. It's difficult, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Merc, my boys, the fucking that's home. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard to transition from a different clan to another clan because they do things differently. It takes a lot of time to kind of get used to that. It has been an eye opener for me. I mean, LGN are a very, 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 very strict, structured team, and they know what they want. They know what they need to do. They play the game, and I think that's the difference in terms of Merc and LGN. They're just a little bit more concentrated, whereas Merc is very family orientated, which is nothing. It's not a bad thing. You need them type of people. There's a lot of people within Merc that fucking hell taught me how to play the game, basically. But it's been okay, apart from the shite fucking time for clan matches at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's been okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's been rough. It's been hard, but we'll get there. But you know what I mean? It is what it is.
How is it with the time difference?
Shite. It's crap. It's awful. But you make it work, and if we all love the game, and you want to play it, and you're going to make sacrifices. I mean, you're going to play them games. So yeah.
Well, I think even speaking of the time difference, even doing this with the both of you is, I think asking a lot because it's in the early, hours in the morning. So, I mean, I definitely appreciate you two being here.
It's 2 a.m. in the fucking morning, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys being here. So we'll try to, obviously give you guys your time to talk and everything. But, just out of respect, I won't try to drag this on, for too long. But going up to you, Razz, I asked this question last week. Being with the clan from day one and then taking it all the way to the championship, was there any defining moment in that journey from day one to championship where you're like, you know, holy shit, like this team really has what it takes to like get to that level? Or like, you know, you're playing a game, like was there any moment like in a
Yeah,
particular comp
definitely.
game or what?
Yeah. So the game for me, and I think everyone will agree, was the KRRC game. I think it's one of the most streamed games on YouTube as well. I think it's got like 50,000 views on. But that definitely for me were the turning point. I mean, HLLE were a team where we get beaten, day in day out. WRTB and a top team back then, and we really struggled. But I think we just had a lot of perseverance with it. We just kept going, kept growing. But yeah, definitely the KRRC game for me.
So, and this is a question for, could be, you know, for all three of you guys, but, you know how you mentioned WRTB used to be, you know, the top team, and, you know, we've seen teams rise and fall throughout the power rankings and everything, but besides, like, key players switching teams and stuff, what do you guys think are things that can set teams apart between staying up at the top and then, you know, starting to drop off like WRTB has, for example?
Sorry if I'm going.
Yeah, you
go
just
first.
you just jump in there, Raz. You know what I mean? You just fucking
Sorry,
go
man.
in.
No, I think a lot of it's to do with how a clan's run. Like a HLLE, we're very democratic, so everything's voted on. We have the admins, but for the most part, everything is voted on. There's no dictatorships. There's no people leading others. It's everything's voted on, and I think you don't really see it in many clans. You see one person at the top, and shit rolls downhill, doesn't it? So but we haven't had that, and it's been very successful for us.
Yeah. Well, going to you, Chosen, at least like from what you've seen with Legion so far, what about Legion is consistently keeping them up at the top? Because I mean, those guys who have been, you know, transitioned from 7th now over to Legion, they've been at the top, you know, for a long time, at least through, you know, compared to the rest of the United States clans. Like they're, you know, consistently number one. So like, what have you seen in your time at Legion that is keeping you guys at the top?
Bear in mind, I'm only still a pledge. I've only been there a week, so I don't really get to see what the fuck's going on. Like, but I mean, I think it's quite obvious. I mean, these boys don't settle for less than 100 kills a fucking game. Do you know what I mean? They're after that fucking 100 kill mark every game. And I think that's where the skill. It's the skill gap. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? And you know, some clans will settle for, or some teams, not clans, will settle for, you know, 60 kills a game is a decent kill count, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? That's where you're at. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, these motherfuckers won't stop unless they're getting 100 kills a game, and that's in a comp game, not fucking pub lobbies where you seal bashing. So I think that's the difference, and I think that's what makes them a little bit more kind of, I don't know how you would explain it, a little bit more kind of lethal on the battlefield. That these fuckers, that they're fully locked in all the time. Yeah. You know, when I was with Merc, I love Merc, no disregard. Like, you know, you join a squad, you'd have the fucking your Rexes and shit like that, and you join and you'd be just chatting shit and all that. But like, you know, you join a squad with these boys, even in the pub lobby, and they're just locked in straight away.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether you're in a pub lobby, whether you're in a comp game, whether you just locked in. All they want to do is play the game. You want to play it serious, and they want to get the job done.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I was going to ask you the same question, Snow, but I'll let you say what you were going to say, and then I'll ask you sort of that same question.
It's funny you speak on the I guess the mindset is like the whole team is really competitive, not just on the outside, but with each other. Everyone's like fighting them, like, you know, just casual, which is great for a team. Even me and like, it's funny, just calling back, me and Hans the other night. Hans, a member of Legion, or now God's Gift is his name. We were going back and forth in like the 8th lobby, like trying to see who could get better kills. And when he found out that I had a higher kill game, like he was with my boys in the squad. He's like, he didn't say another word. He just was like focused on trying to beat me in the kill count. So I completely see what you're saying. And when a whole team is like focused around that and standards are like being the best that they possibly can be, your team is really, really good.
Well, I'm quite sure if you the big man here, fucking Big Razz, like he'll say it himself. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether you're getting a high kill count. You've got to be a clever player, and we all know that. We're all fucking part of the community. We all know that anyway. Do you know what I mean? But with being a clever player comes that higher kill count. You can get a high kill count, but you can get a high death rate. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really fucking matter.
So
but you've got to be clever.
So Snow, the question I was going to ask you is sort of similar to what I asked them, but you being a leader of it's a solid clan within the U.S. I think ranking wise, if you want to say ranking wise, the 8th is kind of still in there with like a mix between like the 1st and maybe you can put 3-5 in there too. As the leader of the 8th, what other steps do you think like a team or the 8th, for example, need to take to solidify themselves right behind Legion?
Step 1 is beating 1st tomorrow. That's a big game. Just really, I didn't expect to get asked either. Really setting a standard, and the more I've done this, because I didn't come from like a background either of like competitive play, so I'm learning almost on the fly. But the more the quote unquote leadership, and same with Razz was talking about a democratic side, the more that is spread out amongst people, and it's not just one person running it. Because at the very beginning, especially like in the April, May months, it was kind of just, I hate to say, but it was like me trying to do everything. And obviously, the team was suffering for it, and especially when we were losing the 5ID and 4ID, it was me trying to do everything, and me always thought I was making the best decision possible when I needed to branch out and listen to others, and that like step fully back and like re-look at what we needed to do, and that's helped. And I focused on myself as getting better as well. And I think if every single person can almost step back and like say, if we improve individually, the whole team is going to be successful as well. So I just think it comes for people, holding ownership with each other. I know I'm trying not to leave.
I'm not. Oh yeah, yeah. Razz,
just come down to the camera level a minute. Let's see your haircut.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking shave my fucking head, bro. I can't believe it.
Hold on, Razz. Have you seen the chat?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
No.
So typically I save the degeneracy of the chat towards the end, but Snoochie said something I don't think I can pass up on. Snoochie said Razz looks like he was homeschooled and went to prom with his mother.
Tell Snoochie I went to prom with his mum.
Actually, I can't remember. I can't tell. No, I'm not telling that story. But I wasn't allowed to prom. So yeah.
Why not? Enlighten me.
Nah, I'll tell you after that.
What did you do?
Snoochie's just going in. Is Razz old enough to be on this podcast? What's the age of consent in the UK?
Tell Snoochie to go and paint his fucking bedroom because his wife been moaning at him for fucking 4 weeks.
Also, Divinity said, Snow, if you lose, you have to shave your head.
He's already halfway.
Yeah, I'm already halfway there. I mean, they're going to be a great team.
Right, hold on. But I to be fair, like I've got to tip my hat off to Snow. Like someone like fucking, you've persevered with the 8th. 8th has took a lot of stick. We were talking about this before you two joined the fucking me and Big Man here about how you've actually managed to get another clan amongst the mix. Do you know what I mean? I mean that's a lot of energy. I tried it. Fucking lasted a day, mate. I deleted the Discord. See you later. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, but no, hats off to you. Do you know what I mean? I think Raz will agree with that. It's not an easy task. You're fucking up and coming, and you're probably where most of the teams were in season 2, and that's it. And all it just takes a little bit of evolving, and that's it. You will be fine.
Yeah, we've had our time of it, you know. Or you're not elite enough, you know. We've had all them comments when we used to get smashed, but yeah, it's just one of them.
Oh yeah,
You'll get them.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like why I asked, like, as a leader of a group, what steps would you say like a team had to take to jump from a mid to high tier team to like a solid high tier team?
Listen to others.
Yeah,
listening to others, getting that talent in as well, recruiting. It's working together as well, you know, getting ideas from everyone and just growing on it, just building and developing, watching other teams as well.
So
that's all about talent. Looking forward to Newcastle, aren't you, lad?
So going along with like the talent and everything, I mean, I think I already kind of know like the most obvious answer to this question, but what makes a clan so attractive to either like active free agents or people who are on their way out of their current clan? I think for me, the most obvious answer would be winning. People tend to want to go to a winning team. But, I mean, besides that, if you guys have any other answers besides winning, what makes a team so attractive?
I think, well, obviously you've hit the nail on the head there. Do you know what I mean? It is winning and that. But I do feel like there is opportunities. You know, we've got a very, very, very slim, nothing against the 8th, nothing against WRTB, nothing against 9May, nothing. But we've got nothing against Merck, because, you know, when Merck get back on track, they will be a powerhouse, believe me. But I think we've got an opportunity within the market to have another clan or have another team. And it would be nice to see new budding teams come up to play at that high level. But the problem is at the moment is you've got LGN, you've got fucking HLE, and people will go there because they want to play high competitive games. And that's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But
it does feel like
I feel like we've got to sort that out, because if that continues, then what's the fucking point in the league? And you boys can, you know, and it's nice to see these teams like WRTV with the coalition sat there in this, what's this league called? HLU or something?
They had the Winter War League, I think they're in.
Yeah, it's nice to see them sat there, but like, you know, we need to create it. You know, if TPL is going to go down that route, we need to create an environment where these teams are all in the same kind of category and we can all compete against each other. But it would be nice to see. But you know, I think there's a gap in the market for it, and people should take the leap and try and do it. But to do it, there's got to be 7 or 8 guys that are willing to fucking do it together.
Well, I think like that's kind of like why I like the way that the Premier League is going to be set up, with breaking the teams up into their own divisions and only playing interdivisional games. Because, I mean, being honest, like the only, like Legion, for example, the only real competition you guys get is when you play the other teams on your level, like HLE, Taco, Six, stuff like that. Like, if you're in a TPL game or a Summit game or whatever, and, you know, just being realistic, if you have a game one weekend and you're playing against, like, 3-5 or 5ID or even the 8th, I mean, nothing's a guaranteed win, but it's, like, pretty much a guaranteed win.
Just say it. It gets fucking boring.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's, like, why I've, in the past, gotten kind of pressed on, the audio's bugging a little bit because I dropped some frames. It should be better now. But anyway, I mean, that's why I've kind of gotten pressed in the past when I see free agents, like top players, go to join like Legion or HLLE or something. Because I'm like, those teams don't need any new players. Like, why don't you just go to a different team and bring everybody up? Instead, you just continue to stack one team.
Because it's easier. Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
boys will stick. And that's what it is at the end of the day. I'm quite sure Raz will agree that there needs to be more. There needs to be more, because if there's not more, then it's going to be very difficult for teams.
Yeah.
Well, and
Hold on.
yeah, picture stuff. But I don't think. I mean, if teams ain't willing to play others and improve, like you can't. Like I on one hand I see that, but no team is going to get better playing the same two teams every single week, and maybe they're marginally better than you, but not very much. We play Legion quite a bit. I mean, I would love to play the European teams. We just don't have the signups for it, bro. I'll be straight up with you. But it's just I'm running into issues scheduling matches with teams, and especially on the North American side. And it's starting to get better. But I mean, like teams like Berserk and 5ID, yeah, I think we're better than, but I think at least me, I've gotten to the point where I want everyone to improve because it makes the games better for even us. No one wants to, hey, okay, you're going to play at 9 o'clock at night for a 25-minute game. We're doing all this prep work and all this effort for a 25-minute game. You want those close games.
That's right, yeah.
So I think if other teams are not as willing to improve, then it makes it shits the bed as well for some of the top teams.
It's how you recruit as well. I mean, it's them types of players. You know, you can pick and choose. You can have trials, but it's the bloodthirsty ones that you need. The guys who are going to get on, you know, every other day, put time in, get in the sweaty servers, you know, develop that way. We HLLE at the beginning, we just used to go, you know, 10 of us just against a stats WRTB team. We'd get rolled, but that's how we grew, how we got better. But it's a bit of a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey, 100%. But I think we've got to do something, because if we don't do something, then we're going to end up with just fucking two teams pounding out, and it's going to be saturated. Which is a shame, and you know, the likes of May and the likes of Taco, and let's not forget about Taco. Fucking hell, what an excellent team they've been this season. I mean, fucking mid-cap.
So you can't count out Robs. I mean, the Robs you felt like they took a step back, and then I don't think many were picking them to beat Merc.
No, I did.
Like, there's talent there. There's talent out there, and there's talent on these smaller
There's talent
teams.
everywhere. That's the problem. There's talent everywhere. So there's talent to create these clans or to create these teams, but no one wants to take the leap because obviously it's friendship. Do you know what I mean? And that's difficult. Like, and I can fucking vouch for that, because I am missing. I love the LGN lads, and I love how stuff they are, whatever. But I miss Merc like no tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? That's home for me. Like they're the boys. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones I started with. You know, like Razz went to WRTB. He fucking spent a year at WRTB and then fucking fucked off back there to HLE, because that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's especially when you've met them in person as well. You know, it takes it to the next level. You know, it's that friendship part.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the hardest part, at least with me running the team, is telling friends like, "Hey, you can't play anymore because you can't beat out. Yeah, you can't beat them out. Like, try harder, basically." And you know, you're gonna lose people that way. But those are, I hate to say it, but those are the type of people that are gonna leave. They're gonna leave. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It sucks to say, but if your culture is not being like cutthroat, in my opinion, and you're not playing your best, you're picking friendships over the players, and the players that are really competing and trying their hearts out are going to get frustrated and pissed off.
You say that, but that's how great teams are created. Like, you look at LGN. I don't get on with the LGN boys. Fucking hell, it was only like 6 months ago I was saying fuck the Sevens. Do you know what I mean? Fuck them. Don't give a shit. But I'll play alongside them because they're a fucking great team. Do you know what I mean? And that's the problem. But like, it's difficult, man. Nowadays, it really is difficult. I mean, you would have to look at it yourself. now, what you've been through, what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's hard work. It is fucking hard work, and it takes over 90% of your life when you're like me, 35-year-old, fucking baby, fucking wife, sad as fuck, sit home. The only boys I've got to talk to are the lads on Discord, or So it's them friendships that create a lot of the cohesiveness within the squads, and you know exactly what everyone wants. You take House from Merck. Shouldn't
Like
really
how?
be that. One of the best fucking players I've ever witnessed on this game. He's fucking unreal. Do you know what I mean? When he's not high as fuck. He taught me everything I know about this game. And Razz will admit he's aware for adverse or whatever you fucking. I can't say it because I'm from fucking Liverpool. What is it? Adversity?
Yeah.
Adverse.
Yeah, you will fuck off. Say it. I can't say it. But do you know what I mean? And it's them relationships that you build that will take your team to the next level, and that's it. So as long as you've got that within your team, and I think that's why Raz obviously did WRTV, fucked off back to HLE because he was like, nah, these ain't my cup of tea, lad. I built my foundations there, and that's where my foundations are. So
Turning it back around to the origins of both of, like, say, Merck and HLE, you briefly mentioned it, Raz, but okay, take yourself back to preseason, season 1. You guys, you say you're talking about merging with 7 Cavs. That's like a running joke. I didn't know this until you told me in a private game. I know about it a little bit, but like, how? So you were one of the founders of the Hell.
We knew the season was starting, and we had a couple of months to build a team. We had like 30 members, and we were really struggling at that time. You had the big teams, 7th, WRTB, even first at the time were a huge team. And we just really struggled. The decision to merge was so we didn't have people leave to go to the other teams. But the people we recruited, like the bloodthirsty ones I mentioned, wanted to stick it out. It was a landslide. No one wanted to merge. We pushed and pushed and pushed, and we managed to get a team to sign up for season 1. And I think we finished 8th. In how it were ran back then, it were like a table. And, we finished 8th. We got us through to the knockouts, and going back to that KRRC game, that were the one where we knew, and we made it to the final. Didn't win it, but us just getting there. I think everyone were in shock. But there won't be another one like that for me.
Speaking of the same one, so that was the end of season 1. What did you guys learn from post season 1 to that lull period? Because you guys didn't play Summit at the time, so you guys kind of had the off season. You guys didn't participate in Hell EU any?
No, not that I recall. I think after that's when I went to WRTB to try and help there. But a lot of the tactics things I don't really deal with. The boys do a brilliant job of that. There's a lot of talent come in. That's I'm trying not to name names, but you've got JT from Void who come in. He's done a lot with our tactics. There's Troki, but there's a few boys who put the effort in, put the time in, run the tactics. Watch games, see how we can develop, what we can do better. But I don't get involved with that. I'm one of these who looks, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I mean? But they do a brilliant job of that.
So, Chosen, I'll talk about Merck in just one second. Speaking also on the HLD, season 3 comes around because season 2 you were in WRTB. Season 3 comes around, you guys are like, in my opinion, you guys were the favorites that season. Coming into it, and obviously I think it was preseason. You guys played 7th. Or was that round 1? It was early. It was early TPO season, or it was preseason of round season 3.
I think was that the one we won. I can't remember now.
Definitely.
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, and then we become favourites, and it was a pretty straightforward, straightforward route to the final. We don't have many. If I'm being honest, we don't have much difficulty getting to finals. It's it can kind of lose the drive for a game for personally. But it's yeah, I want to win. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that hurts the
off
team?
seasons.
Do you think that hurts the team being like, say, you're beating easy cupcake, like, no offense, but like Lep, and then you're beating like super easy teams super quickly?
I think that's what it was like. However, we've increased the cap on our team now, so it allows us to mix it up a bit, mix the teams up, give everyone a chance to play the game, give others a break. People don't want to be always playing games Saturday, Sunday night on a weekend. So I think where we're at now is the best I've seen us being um, for the past 2 seasons. Cause it was drying up a little bit for me personally, but we're in Summit now. More teams to play against. So it's we've had the update. The game's running in private servers the best it's ever ran for me personally. So yeah, it's put a lot of blood back in for me, and I think for a lot of the team as well. But yeah, I'll just keep going.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Winters, you got anything for Razz before I turn it to Chosen?
No, I was gonna kind of change the subject, but ask no, ask what you were gonna ask to Chosen.
All right, Chosen. Like you say, you had joined Merc. It was already formed at the time, correct? And
Yeah.
you joined it super early as like a troll almost to find out whoever's you.
Yeah.
How is, if I'm not mistaken, this was before my competitive time, so I'm like having to dig deep. But Merc wasn't like I guess Merc was like a high tier mid team, like their very first TPL season. I may be wrong. Like battling with First and teams like that. Completely may be wrong here. But regardless, how was the transition being from that to then last year you beat in seventh? Everyone kind of was on top of the moon, and then battling with that pressure to make it through the season, and then eventually face Taco and get bounced down to platinum.
Yeah, well, let's not remember I don't play for Merc anymore, but I mean, yeah, I mean, you are right. Merc's at mid-table, probably, fucking hell, I played, 2.5 seasons with them, and they I mean, they didn't struggle, and they were changing tactics here and there, and they changing strats, blah, 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 whatever. And like every other team, they've evolved to where they need to be. But over the last kind of, I don't know, 6 months, we've had some kind of people in whatever, changed tactics, whatever, didn't work out, we changed, everything's kind of gone backwards. But I think what you got to remember is that Merc is a absolute fucking powerhouse. I think Razza will agree. Like every game that we gave HLE before season 4, it was fucking. It was danger close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fucking a battle of European Titans. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is difficult to watch where they're going or what they're doing. And I don't know, but beating the seventh, obviously, you say beat the seventh, but we went into that game expecting to lose that game. House flew back from fucking Portugal, I think it was. Mate, he had like 2.5 hours to sit down at his fucking at his setup and sort his shit out where I'd been warming up for fucking 6 hours. So that was obviously a highlight, a very big highlight. But let's not remember, you know, a week before that, HLE had beat them in a friendly. So yeah, Merck is just Merck is definitely not a mid. Whatever you say nowadays.
No, I was mainly referring to like their opening season, their very
Oh
first
yeah.
season.
Oh fucking hell.
Obviously
Yeah.
not
Well,
now.
to be fair though, man, I didn't know what we were fucking doing. I didn't even know what competitive was then. Do you know what I mean? I ain't fucking clue, mate. I couldn't drop fucking 20 a game then. I didn't know what was happening.
Then he found the gambit.
Yeah, that's it, mate. And do you know what the fucking problem with this game is? I spent so much fucking money on it. So much money. When I found it and I fell in love with it, which I did fall in love with it. Fucking so much money, mate. It's ridiculous. I bought fucking this big TV behind me, and then I bought the TV shite. I bought a monitor. I bought fucking told Razz what to buy with the fucking gambit. I fucking bought a game set. I bought fucking, and it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I have spent some money on my setup as well.
Mate, it's madness, mate. I must have spent about $2.5 grand getting better. Like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Do you know what I mean? And
It was also you could pass Legion's preliminary tests. Yeah, how embarrassing would that be if you left Merc to join Legion and then you get kicked out of Legion because you can't drop 50 in a game?
Mate, to be fair, I'm probably going to get kicked out of Legion after this fucking podcast, so it doesn't matter. I mean, like, I don't know, like, it's mad. The friendships you create, it is crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, me and Raz are in different fucking clans, like, or whatever, different teams. I call them clans, it's fucking stupid, but I've got a close relationship with the big Raz man. Like, I respect him. He's taught me a lot, or whatever, over the last 3 years. And,
yeah,
it is what it is. I gave him some tips. Regardless.
Yeah,
that was changing for me. I remember actually, because you asked what controller we're using, and yeah, you couldn't believe it, could you? Like, get the fucking gambit there.
Yeah,
I love it.
But so like the two questions that one was more so a statement than the other one was a question, but you kind of mentioned it, Chosen, about like the friendships and everything. That's probably been one of my personal favorite things about doing this whole podcast or whatever, is I probably would have never talked to you guys before, unless I was to somehow end up in your guys' clans or talk shit in TPL or whatever. But the amount of people that I've met and like expanding my inner circle and everything to now getting to know all these different players on more of a personal level has probably been my favorite thing from starting this whole project.
Listen, who gives a fuck, right, about no, who gives a fuck about the clans? At the end of the day, we're all under the same umbrella. Raz will admit, we're all under the same umbrella. Like, without us, this game dies. It is what it is. I was speaking to Raz a few, like, just before you guys joined up. Without the shithousery with the clans, it's needed. The shithousery, whatever, the banter, it's all fucking needed. You wouldn't see Patrick Vieira and fucking Roy Keane having a cuddle in the fucking tunnel. Do you know what I mean? And that's needed. That side of it is needed because the competitive side is so fucking raw. People want to win. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to have that. But at the same time, without all of us in this fucking big bubble, which has probably been said on this podcast before, but I've never watched it, I'm not going to fucking lie.
Hey, well, hopefully after this, you'll become a viewer.
Yeah.
It fucking, without all of us, it doesn't work. That's it. That's my plan.
So the other thing I wanted to ask was, I think this game was on the track of dying, sooner than we were hoping until private servers came out and now admin cam. So, I mean, T17, they're adding a lot to keep the game going, but now that we have the private servers and we have the admin cam that we've been asking for since the game came out, what more can they add to continue this game, moving forward?
I think it's content in it, really. We've seen the calls for the Pacific Theatre. I know it
White
would.
pajamas.
You what?
White pajamas.
White pajamas. Yeah, I will. We will have a trying to get everyone to get them pajamas on for a game, but we'll see. I doubt it'll be the LGN one.
I
But
mean,
yeah, no,
like the content and everything, like the maps that they've been adding, we haven't
it's
been
the same
playing.
faction though, isn't it? It's no, don't get me wrong. There's been some decent maps that that we've got the new Elsenborn. I think that's the one coming
Can't
out.
wait.
But I think it. We need something a bit more than just maps. How long's it been since the Russians? 2 years, is it? Something like that.
So I think the next two maps was Elsenborn, and then didn't they announce Tobruk as well?
Oh, Tobruk as well.
Yeah, but I mean,
I wanted another fucking snow map.
But I mean, with like Tobruk, I mean, I don't know how Elsenborn's going to be. I mean, from what I've seen with the dynamic weather, it's cool and all, but it looks like it's going to be a sightline nightmare. Not really being able to see too much. But even going to like Tobruk, is that going to be just another map that we just don't play on the comp team because people don't want to play as the Brits?
Yeah, likely. Yeah.
What's wrong with the Brits?
Well, nothing, but I mean, you don't see us playing El Alamein or the other fucking map that they have.
Razz, can you not use an SMLE? Like, no.
Yeah, I can, but it's not ideal against a.
I mean, why can't you use that? Like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so these last couple of weeks, it's almost been kind of a running joke that, and I covered this on last week's podcast too, is like, you look at the maps that are played between all of TPL, and I think last week 6 out of like the 10 games were all on the same maps.
Yeah, I preferred it when it was just fucking random.
Yeah.
It was so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I won't cover like all the bans from this week too, but I mean, if I remember correctly, it was like 6 out of the 10 was either on Saint Mary Glisse or Saint Marie Dumont or Carrington. Yeah, it's like those three are the ones that we just play over and over and over. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're the most fairest, aren't they? Across the board. Weaponry route wise, point weaponry, it's different gravy. But no one's going to want to play as the weaker team.
Yeah.
Man's got a
I do, and the issue is, I love drill. I think if drill was like German versus Americans.
Yeah, it's a lovely map. It's, again, the weaponry. I mean,
Yep.
It doesn't come close to anything.
You strike on
my favorite map. I'm just going to put it out there. Is my favorite map.
What is drill?
Is my favorite map.
It is a fun map, but not if you play British.
I like the British. I like the SMLE. You just got a skill issue. That's all.
It's decent. Yeah, it's not. It's decent, but it's nah.
Like also transport. Go ahead, Winters.
Well, I wasn't thinking of anything. You just fucking dump it on me.
No.
So I definitely do think that more content needs to be added. There might be an audio issue coming up here soon. We're on a little bit of a delay, and I dropped some more frames. Not much though, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But along with like the content side, I mean, yeah, they're adding maps and everything, but I don't know like really what else big that they can add. I mean, we've talked about adding the Pacific Theater, but then the constant like fight back on that is how unbalanced the play style would be. And then also like armor wise, because I mean, historically the Japanese didn't really have armor to compete with American armor. I mean, Shermans weren't like the biggest, like the most effective thing, especially pushing through jungles, but
Battleship.
Yeah, can you imagine just sitting on a fucking
battleship on midpoint? There you go.
But I think like if they were to add the Pacific, which I don't think that would ever happen, the play style would completely flip on those maps. Although it would be really cool to see, I don't see that ever happening.
You know what my favourite update was? Is when you could run faster than a fucking panther. That was amazing. Remember that, Raz? It was you'd
Yeah.
I
fucking love
remember
that.
And you could
Just-
dive too.
That was
One
beautiful.
shot as well.
Yeah.
Did you not
One
did you
thing
play it then?
I would love. One thing I would love to see it would be like a revamp of the classes. I think something simple like a mortar. Like
I was about to say
That
that.
would
What's
be
your favorite? No, what's your favorite class?
mine.
Yeah, go on.
Probably assault. I like assault rifle. I mean, with riflemen, with bow axe. It honestly depends. I fluctuate between so much stuff, but assault depending on the faction.
My favorite is the American AT. Having the M1 Garand with rockets is always nice. As Germans, I really like using the STG. AT for the Russians isn't bad, having the rockets and PPSH.
Learned that the hard way against Legion. God fucking damn.
Everyone
That
had PPSH. But I mean,
Yo,
US a question, but
Army chef?
Raz?
Yeah, I think SL. No one want how that come about. And I never really wanted to SL, but at the beginning of the game, no one wanted to do it. So I kind of just jumped in, and all I play is, I'll have a dabble in AT, but I'm useless, to be honest. Don't give me a rocket.
Yeah, same.
You wanna get better at this game, you play SL. That's it.
yeah.
If you don't, yeah, that's it. It's simple as that. If you want to not get better, I suppose. If you want to up your game, you play SL. I mean, I know some AT boys that are ruthless. I mean, Raz those whatever. But you wanna adapt. You wanna move forward. You play SL. That's it. You learn your maps. You learn your OP positioning. And Raz likes to play fucking SL because he knows he can position his spawn right next to the fucking garrison where he's gonna camp. That's basically it.
Because I know you ain't talking. I know you spawn killed me off OPs. I don't know how many times.
I ain't never spawn killed you in a million.
Oh
man.
hell no!
Get the fuck.
How would you guys feel about mortars being added to the game? Like, what if they were to take away artillery and add like 2 mortar units?
Wouldn't
Kinda-
bother us because we'd still fucking slap everyone.
What'd you say?
None.
No, I didn't. I honestly didn't hear what you said, but
I said
No.
it wouldn't bother us because we'd still slap everyone.
I mean, I think like even treating like a mortar squad almost the way that they do like recon or tanks, where you can only have a set number of them, and do like, you know, make it like a 2 or a 3-man squad, and then, you know, they have like the mortarman has a fixed amount of ammo and then has to be resupplied by a support player, essentially dropping explosive ammo for them. There was a YouTube video, I don't know who it was by, but there was a YouTube video that was pretty popular. I don't know if he had like any insight to T17, but I think he was talking about that was something that they were kind of dabbling with. And if you remember back in 2022 or 2023, there was a roadmap for Hell Let Loose that was released, and mobile artillery was on that roadmap.
Yeah, there were a lot on that roadmap. I don't really trust them these days, to be honest. But it depends how it'd work, I guess. You know, what grid sectors it can be deployed, what can't it be. It's been talked about since the game come out. Whether it'll actually happen, I don't know. But you wouldn't want it too OP. You know, artillery's a pain as it is.
I think that's why like kind of doing one or the other is important, because I would hate to have artillery and mortars firing at me at the same time. I think having multiple mortar squads would be interesting, because obviously they wouldn't have the same range or explosive impact as artillery would, but you would have more firing and at a quicker pace. So I definitely think it would be something that would be cool to see. I don't know if they'll ever do something like that.
Well, I think it should be like faction dependent. So like that would be a crazy way to kind of favor the British. Say if British only got it, they got something, or if you, like you said, Pacific would never happen. But if it did, you give the Japanese mortars, that's just like another wrinkle. Another thing I would like to see would be.
You know what, right? You're talking like madness to me and Raz because we literally only play Rifleman. We don't play anything else. Like I don't play anything else, mate. I play Rifleman or SL. Nothing else. I can't even remember when I had a fucking rocket in my hand. You asked me to hit a fucking tank knife, you got more chance of fucking hell freezing overload.
It'd be good to see, I think. It'd change
I'd like
the
to
game.
see you rocket snipe, lad.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I want to see that shit. That'd be hilarious.
No, I think it'd be good to see something like that, just to change the game a little bit to how it's run now. Just add something a little bit.
Yeah, I think Raz has got the right. If they added it, it would need to have limitations or to where it was going to land or whatever. I mean, you couldn't just pound the fucking fucking water because it wouldn't work. So, I mean, obviously the developers have worked quite hard, which where we're at with the game now, I'm quite happy where we're at with the game. I don't know why I did this. This is the game.
Well, like, so speaking about like the game as a whole and everything, something that I've been kind of trying to do, but I'm definitely going to really push hard for is to try to get in contact with somebody from T17. And I know it feels like a little bit of a long shot, but just trying to talk to them or maybe get somebody willing from like T17 or whatever to come on here. I've sent like one email to like their media team and didn't get a response. But
you sent one email.
Yeah, send more.
Well, I mean, that's why I just said I haven't tried like as hard as I.
Yeah. All right then.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just fucking talking to the wall. Yeah, I haven't tried like as hard as I probably should, but I think that there's some T17 devs in some of the PC comp teams.
Mate, they see that skinny Christmas tree. They're not going to come anywhere close to this chat. You know what I mean? We need to up that game. I'm going to send you a Christmas tree.
Dude, I have bigger Christmas trees. They're just not up here. This is the little gimpy one.
Raz, what the fuck is that? Like?
Okay, you don't fucking have one.
Yeah, because it's fucking November, not December.
Yeah, so I guess you just hate Christmas.
Yeah.
All right then. All right, you got me there. You got me there. You did get me there. Right, so me and Raz interview you two for the change, eh?
Okay. Okay.
All right then. So, Razman.
Which one? We're both round.
We're gonna do you first. Right, so where are you gonna take the 8th? What's the plan with the 8th? What are we doing?
Oh man, it's easier on the other side.
A room looks like you're held in a fucking. You look like you're held in a hostage position. Like.
Where are we taking the 8? I mean, dude, we're just gonna keep working. I mean, you're throwing me on the spot here. Nah, we're gonna keep working, man. I mean, it's
get rid of the bad players. Just get in the good players. That's pretty much it, mate.
Tell Dan to stop fucking taking them.
It's funny. It's funny. He does get them in. To be fair, but a lot of it is a joke. He's done a lot of hard work with recruiting.
Who are we talking about here? Hold on. Who are we talking about?
Dan.
I
mean, to be fair, have you seen Dan though?
Scottish Dan.
Yeah, I met Dan in real life. Yeah.
Hey, he's fucking But let's not say how that happened. Anyways, let Raz finish because listen. Just listen to him for a minute. Go on.
Well, I finished.
No. No. Standard for you to finish quite early, then. Listen, so go on. I think Raz has got a point. Like, do you know what I mean? You want to be the best, not the best, because I don't know. I take my hat off to you because people gives you shit for being shit, basically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you said,
you guys are sat here inviting us to a fucking or whatever. Like, I'm not the Pope. Like, do you know what I mean? There's people there who drop more kills than me or want to do more. Like, he's on my screen here, like fucking whatever. But you boys have actually stuck it out and done it amongst all the fucking haters, all the fucking shit, all the shit you get in TPL, all the fucking crap, and you've carried on. So hats off to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, fucking keep going with the A for me, because when I played them, I said to fucking Capazio, or whatever, what's his name? What's his name, bro?
Caparzo.
Caparzo.
Yeah. I said to him, right, I want to play the fucking game because I've never played the ape. So I played the ape, and you boys surprised me. You actually fucking surprised me, to be fair. Like, you aren't as bad as you think you are. And if you think you're that bad, then that's when the mentality sets in and you just start pushing back.
Yeah.
You just push them on. You got some fucking good shooters, really good shooters.
Absolutely.
So,
And honestly, the biggest change was, I hate to say it, it comes from those high name players leaving. I think honestly the best thing that's happened to the Eights in the past 5 or 6 months is Renegade and Phantom leaving. Not because we lost the talent, but because that kind of
fucking hell, I didn't think your name dropping.
well, I'm just being real. I've talked about this before. It kind of just, it's like a glass of water thrown in my face. I was like, you know what? Like, how do I? If these guys are trying their ass off to fucking,
Why? Who were they to you? Who were they to you?
they were good friends of mine, and they still are. I still play with them when I can. But they were our best players.
They go to HLA.
Yeah, they went to HLE. They outgrown the team. To be fair, I don't think they outgrown the team. They outgrown to where we were. So it took me to realize that, you know what? Why can't we develop the same kind of culture that you guys have and like HLE and Legion? Obviously, maybe the history ain't there, but the standard in place. Why can't we do that? And that was the slap in the water that said, fuck this. I'm gonna bring some people in that like knows what the hell they're doing, and bringing in the WRTB guys has been a massive help on that culture as well. But just taking everything a lot more serious, like serious in the people we bring in. Like, it used to be a running joke that the Eights would take anybody. We probably turn down just as many as we bring in. So it's one of those things, man. It's getting that culture from all 50 people that are playing on your team. That if you're not working your ass off,
it's a fine fucking line, mate. It is. I think Razz will agree. If it takes the fun out of it, then you shouldn't be there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No one likes losing. But that's not fun.
You know what? Right, I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble for this. A lot of trouble for this. Like, Meg, yeah, fucking had a hounder of a fucking opening season, whatever, fucking whatever, blah blah. We did what we did, what I did, whatever. I went to LGN. If they asked me to be back tomorrow, where would I be? I'd be there tomorrow. The LGN boys know that, but I'll play for them. But I'd be back with the boys tomorrow if I could be. And like Razz, it's just fucking family. It's mad. It's fucking
nowhere
family.
like home, is there? So.
Yeah.
It is literally crazy, mate. You create a second family, and I've not been this adult. I'd like it's a fucking game, mate. Do you think I'd be sat up at 3 o'clock speaking to you boys at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning if I didn't love them boys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I didn't respect this guy here, like, it's fucking crazy how much it gets under your skin. And but what we've all got to remember is we all play under the same umbrella. You mean?
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, pushing the conversation. I know Winters, you're about to go there as well. If you want to go ahead and pull this from the NTPL matches this week as well, we'll kind of end it with directions. We obviously know what you two are going to pick for the game. Big game coming up this weekend, LGN versus HLE. Fourth or fifth time you guys have played each other. So it's going to be a crazy game. I believe it's on Utah, and you guys are Axis, HLE.
Yeah, we're Axis, Utah. It's always a tough game. I haven't played against Seventh for quite a long time.
LGN, what's Seventh?
Shit, sorry.
Okay, now.
LGN.
Fuck the Seventh.
Yeah, I haven't played against LGN for quite some time, but just going back, a lot of the boys have put a lot of effort into this. It's going to be planning and stuff, so it's going to be a good battle. Hopefully, it'll go all the way. We'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, we have Legion versus HLLE. We have Rolfs versus 3-5. They are playing on Utah, and 3-5 is Axis.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
Ross all day long.
Yeah, Roths.
Who do y'all think is going to win that game?
Rolfs.
Ross.
Yeah, I'd say Roths from
5-0,
experience.
3-2. How do y'all think?
Say that again. What was it?
5-0 or 3-2?
Yeah, Rolfs is allies on Utah.
3-2. 3-2 Ross.
I think Roths will 5-0 it, but
You reckon?
I haven't played 3-5 in quite a long
I
time.
don't know. I'm just saying something because I need a week.
Get
Right,
yourself
don't
on.
go anywhere. Don't go anywhere because I've got something to ask you, Snow, and I've got something to ask you, Raz.
I'm not
Go
going
on,
anywhere.
Stay there, live.
After that, we have Anzer versus 5ID. Anzer is Axis on Utah.
Yeah, I'm not too close to a lot of the teams, but I think you said was it 5ID?
5ID is allies on
played
Utah.
5ID. You know they are a fairly good team. They have the setup right. It's just a lot of these games are about the mid cap. You know, whoever gets the mid cap. You know, if you're playing at a top level, they're going to win. It's very hard to cap that from a 50-man team.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it's going to come down to that. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I have probably Anzer winning that game.
Who?
Anzer versus 5ID. 5ID is allies on Utah.
Fucking hell. Panda, or whatever the name is.
Yeah, they're like the baby six. They get trained. Obviously, they ain't the sixth and winning or anything.
Do you guys look into all of these clans? Because I haven't got a fucking clue yet. Well,
I
know
try to keep up with it, bro. I love it. I love it.
There's a lot of teams in that. It's I imagine.
Guys, do you know who 5ID are?
Yeah, we played them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know 5ID a little bit.
Yeah, no, we did play
attention.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was in that game. Yeah, it was a decent game, but yeah, 5ID.
It was a decent game, was it? Yeah.
You are.
Decent game, was it? Yeah.
Moving on, we have LEP versus WRTB on St. Mary-Glees. WRTB is Axis.
Hold on, say that again. WRTB is what?
WRTB is Axis on St. Mary-Glees against LEP.
Is it a coalition WRTB or just a normal WRTB?
It looks like it's just straight up WRTB. At least that's who is tagged in the map band, was just
WRTB. Got to be.
Yeah, I'd say WRTB. He's still got a lot of experience.
Do you know what really annoys me? Right, I know it sounds fucking mad, but like WRTB was such a, obviously you knew it, otherwise you wouldn't have gone there, big man. But like, it's such a fucking good clan. I don't know what the fuck's happened to them. It's a shame because they would have been such a good clan to have in the mix, man.
Yeah, I think it was the split off when Taco were created. I think it was Taco and Fox.
He's just like fucking snorting too much cocaine or something. Like, he's fucking mad.
Moving on from that WRTB game, Taco versus Berserk on Carentan. Taco is allies.
Taco.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Taco for a minute. What's going on here? Like, what are we gonna do about it?
What are we gonna do about it?
What are we gonna do about this fucking mid? Hey, what are we gonna do? Like, fucking horrendous.
I don't know. I mean, Taco's like one of those weird teams where, like, unless you play them, you really don't know much about them because they're not the most active in, like, really any of the chats, and they tend to just keep to themselves. But then when
I
you
don't know whether I don't know how we take the piss out of them, and I don't know whether, do you know what? It's fucking. I don't know whether I admire it or whether I fucking hate it.
As
don't
a
know.
leader, bro, I have no idea how he keeps all Monkey Chance and them. I don't know how he keeps all his guys quiet. Like every one of them besides Chop.
Mate, I checked it. Like, I was running through Discord for there's like 200 members online. Raz, what do you think? I don't know. Taco, fucking. I think they're a solid team, man. I think.
Yeah, definitely a solid team. They know what they're doing. I just think they got too comfortable maybe at the end. You know, gaps were created and just weren't filled in time. But yeah, the top team, probably, yeah, one of the favourites as well. So
you can beat them.
I mean, do you know what's really funny? I can't remember playing them. I can't remember the last time we played them, to be honest.
How many boys have?
I don't know. I can't.
don't think you boys have yet.
Yeah, no, I think we will have done. I just can't remember it. I probably didn't play it, but no, that's another team I'd enjoy playing against.
That's one of the things I noticed with the European teams, which is really strange to me because American teams do not do this. It seems like the European teams do not play each other a lot.
No, we don't concentrate on. We don't concentrate on playing each other because we know how good the other team is. We don't give a fuck. We'd rather play the young teams and see how good we are there.
Yeah, it's weird because we do like bi-weeklies and things. Like we're playing the same teams every other week. Like we know exactly who we're playing. Just working at each other instead of like filling mixed lobbies. And Raz, you can kind of attest to this. You guys play a ton. Like I always see HLE guys on. Same with Merc as well. You guys play. It isn't like you're not playing. It's just it's obviously working too. But it's just I always thought, man, like the way we can practice, especially the way we want to play, we can play teams. We play teams twice a week generally. This is how we improve. We can see how we're doing against an organized group.
I think it's just the time going into it. Again, I don't have any dealings with the organising, but I kind of, a lot goes into getting a roster together. We're in TPL, we're in Summit. That's a game a week, and it can get a bit much playing more than that. But it would be nice if that opportunity were there. But I think Midweek Madness and the North American Midweek Madness, I think that helps fill the gap. So you're going to struggle with getting a team together.
Yeah. Moving on to these last two matchups for Summit, we have 6th versus 22nd and 4ID Coalition on Utah. 6th is Axis.
6 all day.
Yeah.
6 no matter what. 6 will be Axis or Allies, and it's still good. Who are 6, by the way? Is that like from 7th? I don't really know.
No, 6th is an Oceania clan. I think they broke off from TFMC or Rofs. But I've talked about it before when I had them on. They're the only team that I know of that has.
Were they the winners of Summit last year?
Sorry?
Did 6 win Summit last year?
Yeah, they did.
And they're the Wildcats by Merc or something. I don't really know. They beat
7th and they beat 7th in the final.
Like the interesting thing with this, the interesting thing about the 6th is they're barely a year old.
But we beat. I say we, but we are talking about like I still play for Merc. But we beat them like fucking 4-1.
Yeah.
They went on to work. Yeah, but hold on. Let's not forget the mishap with the fucking 7th or whatever it was with Merc. No, like they wouldn't play the game, so we forfeited. Remember?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So basically, what would have happened is we'd have played them, smashed them, and then won. Do you know what I mean? That's basically it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Raz is smiling, but he knows.
I'm smiling because we unfortunately we had the same shit that went on like with the canceling. I'm just like laughing to myself.
Such an arsehole way of sorting things out, like, do you know what I mean? Just fucking play the game.
I didn't want to cancel.
But yeah, I mean, talking a little bit about the Six, like they're barely a year old, and they're the only team I know of that has Chinese, like they have Asian players on their team. Like their whole tank core is all like Chinese and Japanese players.
Yeah.
Can I be openly honest here, like you'd expect me to be?
Huh?
Do you want me to be openly honest?
Yeah, yeah.
Six and suck a cock. They are really, they are poor, like they are bad. They've been made to look good because they won it by default.
The Chinese guys are, I remember them from before the private servers. They're always getting the decent combat score and very good, knowledgeable players. So I bet that's contributed to them winning the games.
It's lucky Razz is here with me, boys, because I'd be going off. Like
I know. You're doing really. You're actually doing.
He's my moral support now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, say whatever you want, as long as I just don't end up in another TPL ticket. That shit was really fucking annoying.
We'll get it.
Why would you bring that up, man? Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. We're not talking about that, man.
Well, a good fact especially about Six is, if you guys remember, Taco and Six both came from TPO Light. It's 30v30, especially in season 2. Yeah, both of those were really rival against each other, and they played each other in the finals of TPO Light. So, and it's kind of crazy just to watch the two light teams. I don't think anyone knew it at the time, but those two turned out to be really, really good teams on their own.
Do you know what, right? I don't know. Raz can take this one because I respect Tacos. I don't respect the way they play the game because it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you want to win, that's all that matters, isn't it? I mean, make cap is all that matters. So I don't know. It's hard. I mean, and Raz knows, like, if fucking you come up against a team like Taco that wants to dig in with level 300s on the other side, then they're gonna fucking dig in and not gonna move. And it's gonna be very fucking hard to remove them. So I don't know. And do you know what? He's got it down. Even Monkey Tennis or whatever his name is, fucking Monkey Gorilla, fucking Haley Balls or whatever. He's got it down to a T. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he wants to fucking, that's his team. Just go to mid cap and just fucking sit there. And but you'll never catch the lights. You'll never catch the lights of Merc. Merc will always push. HLE will always push. Whatever. If we've got mid cap, then there's got to be some kind of pressure. It might not be a lot of pressure, but we fight the game. We don't fucking sit on mid cap.
You don't want to be inviting pressure. You need to be always pushing.
Yeah,
exactly. Invite that pressure.
And then the final matchup of this week for Summit is 9 May versus Merc. It's going to be Omaha Dusk, and 9 May is Axis.
9 May.
Yeah, I'm helping Merc.
I'm doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time, I think it was 4. Last time it was 5-0. And it was an easy clap. But do you know what the thing is though? Like, I love the 9 boys because they're so humble. They're fucking brilliant boys. Even though they're in the midst of a fucking, a war. I don't know how you describe it, but they're so fucking humble. Casanova's such a fucking nice guy, man.
Yeah, I've never had any problems with the 9 guys, especially with Casanova. Raz, what were you saying, buddy?
Yeah, no, it'd be Merc for me for that win. I think they definitely need it as well, coming off the back of a couple of losses. But like I say, they'll bounce back. They're a top team. They've been there early. They've still got a lot of top players. So yeah, Merc will win that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a 5-0. I would love to see like 9 Rocket Snipe winning their trucks like they did against Taco.
I just love to see 9 All 9 needs to do is fucking push. If 9 push, they'd be a fucking decent team.
Yeah.
They're killers, man. They are fucking killers because you can't. It'll take you. It'll take you 10 minutes to get to that point where you need to fucking push. They're fucking good. Don't I don't know. This is what I'm saying about fucking teams. Teams have evolved, but we just need to evolve a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, so we'll wrap this up here soon. But I was looking through some of the TPL matchups, and um, round 5 in TPL. That's not this weekend. Is that next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chosen, I can ask you this. Round 5 of TPL is Legion versus Sixth. Looks like you guys are going to be playing on Utah Day, and trying to find what faction you guys are.
Listen,
Knowing Legion is absolute.
I can't find what factions you guys are, but you guys are playing on Utah Day.
what I mean, I don't know what type of banter you want from me. If Six beat Legion, I'll let you have a bath with me now.
Not bad.
There is no. I just don't understand. Like, I mean, anything's possible, but like these boys are fucking. These boys are stupid. Like,
Yeah.
they're fucking. They don't take the piss. Like, I mean, like HLE don't take the piss.
Yeah.
These
Well,
guys
I
take the
can
fucking.
I can end on this. With both of you, the Legion versus Sixth game, and then also for you, Razz, round 5, you guys are playing Taco in TPL. It doesn't look like a map has been chosen yet. But I mean, how are you? Like, what are you feeling watching how Taco performed against Legion? You guys are going to be going up against Taco next weekend. How are you feeling about that game?
Yeah, I mean, we all watched the game, how they play. You know, are they going to do the same? Are they going to change? We don't know. I take a lot of initiative. We have plans and stuff, but you need initiative. A game ain't always going to go to plan. So yeah, that will be a good game. A very interesting one. Just have to see.
See if you can stream it. That'd be a good game to have streamed.
Before we leave here, right? I want to know one thing. Raz, one of the best players in Europe, without a doubt, shadow of a doubt. Where did you find your name, big man?
The dirt parts are Battlefield Clan, Battlefield 1, and yeah, Raz was my nickname as a boy, so yeah. Not very interesting.
Yeah, it was a bit shit, like fucking anticlimactic. Okay.
Any other matches this weekend, especially for round 4, because this is like our last round of TPL.
Okay, well then I can ask you this: how are you feeling about the 8th versus 1st tomorrow?
Skip.
You just asked me.
Yeah, I was expecting other teams. Yeah, we play 1st tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a very. Yeah, it's streamed.
Is it what map?
It's on Saint Marie de Mont. We're allied.
You need to play first on PHL. PHL first is such a good game. It's fucking mad, like how quickly the first have like degrade. I know it sounds bad, but how far off they fell off the cliff.
I don't think they degraded. I just think everyone's walked past them. I think they're the exact same.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear of the first no more, mate. It's just fucking mad. We used to. Obviously, the boys in Merck fucking get excited about it because that's where they came from. That's where Merck fucking came from. But like, I don't know. No one hears of them anymore, which is a shame because they put up a fucking good fight. They got 900 members. They should put up a fucking good fight.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have like.
Why you're trying to give a straight face, Braz? Because it's fucking true.
Yeah, like Snow was saying, I think people's just surpassed them, haven't they? In ability, tactics, but I think they're more of a community clan than anything else. It's good they get in the battles and that. it's just about growing, isn't it? People want to grow at different rates, I guess.
Yeah, there's not really
They
any.
got some good.
Go ahead, Snow.
Good. They have some good players. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Brittle and Cap Guns are really, really good, especially on the North American side.
Hey, was that Brittle guy in our squad last night?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mate, he's unbelievable. He needs a shout out. Hey, Brittle.
Yeah,
Good
it's Cap's birthday as well. So
Who?
Cap Guns.
Yes,
Oh, happy birthday.
Hey, I forgot about your birthday. Happy birthday, Snow.
Yep, happy
No,
birthday,
shut
Snow.
up. Yeah. Okay. No.
Right,
No.
last question, or whatever you boys do. Right, Razz doesn't look up to anyone because he's the god of hell let loose, whatever. Apart from Adam Leeds United, obviously, which we all know. God bless his soul. Right, who is your? If you had to come up against anybody, and you refuse to come up against them, who would it be? Because the best man.
What do you mean individually?
Basically, who the fuck who's your best competitor? Lad.
I don't think there's anyone.
If you fear one guy on that battlefield, don't fucking give me that shit.
Well, I know my answer already. For me, it's
mine.
For me, it's Endarkment. I hate, like, I love him as a person. I mean, we talk all the time outside of the game. I've known him pretty much my whole time, like, and I guess my comp career coming from the 21st, and then we just stayed in contact ever since. I love playing with him, and I hate playing against him. Like, even this past game on Kharkov, like, the lengths that I went to just get him killed was wild. Like, I knew what building he was in, and every time I would die, I would check the scoreboard, and I would see my nemesis ticker just keep going up. I'm like, this motherfucker is camping my OP with this sniper. So I managed to get behind the building that he was in. I dropped the OP, and I told my AT to come in with the satchel and satchel him out of this fucking building because I'm tired of dealing with them.
This is why we lose games.
Brother, we were down 4-1, just getting farmed on our 5th point by that time. So I'm like, dude, let's just get this over with.
Welcome to April.
Yeah, no, a lot of people do get a lot of grief for camping spawns, whatever, but
in comp games, it's perfect.
Yeah, on the flip side, it's locking you in a position. You know, if you know the Gary's there, then let them have it there. Just farm them. It's
you openly admitting here that you found Garrison. You little cunt.
No, I mean, no.
Yeah. In a comp game, I do, bro. I do. In a tank on a comp game, it was against 5ID. I waited for a garrison to spawn. I didn't even take out the garrison. We would just machine gun all the infantry and kept letting them spawn.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Bro, yeah. You're on the team now that put barbed wire in the HQ.
Man, what?
Against fucking WRTV. Yeah. And fucking took out their gears so they all spawned the HQ.
Right, so Razman, who if you come up against anyone, who do you fear the most?
I don't think.
No, don't fucking do that to me, little prick.
No, I think easy. I mean, we go way back. Like we've always been on each other. You know, easy age 27 probably. But yeah, no, we go way back. You know, we've always battled it out. But you know, you've got other names. There's Steve, even Libby. You know, there's just so many to mention. Yeah, don't start that. But, but no, you know, honestly, it's good because for a long time the one that leveled. You know what I mean? And now you're seeing it across all teams. You know, everyone's got decent shooters now. It's makes it a lot better.
Let's see the Victrix, lad. Let's see the Victrix Gambit. Come on.
Hold on, it's got the Cronus in. No.
It's a beautiful pad,
There you go. Yeah, there she
you
is.
still use it? Show me in.
That's where the magic happens.
Right, turn around. He's got the fucking phone grip off and everything. He's a fucking
That's where the magic happens.
My worst victim, I don't know if you guys know him or not, is Don Live. Don Live.
Don's a very good player. Yeah, we played against him yesterday, Chosen. I think
Dude, he is nuts. He is nuts.
good.
Very good player.
Well, what about you, Chosen? Who's the one person you don't want to see?
You know what? It used to be it used to be Francis. It used to be Francis. Yeah, he was very, Francis is a very good player, very, very clever player as well. Nowadays, not many people, because you know why? I'm the fucking best. So, definitely, obviously, fucking our Libertoire, because he's a good lad.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the big Razz man. You know what I mean? It's fucking shit. Like shit that he's better than me, but he is better than me by a
You
mile.
give it the tools, lad.
Say again.
You give me the tools.
Yeah, well, you deserve it.
Before that, to be fair.
So yeah, Razz, Libby, third House is an unbelievable fucking player. People don't understand how fucking good he is. Like, if he's not high, and I think Razz will agree with House's up there.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you got House, you've got Lewis as well. Lewis is
a fucking. I don't know where he came from, so I've not got much to comment on him. If I do comment on him, I'm going to say something wrong, so I'm not going to say anything. But House was my mentor. House is an unbelievable fan leader, unbelievable person, unbelievable fucking just he's mega.
Yeah.
So hey Snow, who? What about you?
Yeah, Don Live, or my victim, or my, I guess, nemesis.
No, who are you scared of? Like, if I get into a game with Razz, then I know I'm fucking locked in. I'm scared. Who's your?
Oh, dude. Like I said, Don Live. I mean, Matty Ice. Can't forget Matty Ice. That fucker has fucked me up so many times. Lib's another one that has caused me pain. Libby.
So basically, everyone, like, yeah. I mean, I asked for fucking hell, Jesus, man. Fucking Sasquatch, you.
I mean, nah. But I mean, I seem to play better when I see those guys on the other team as well.
Yeah, it makes you want. It makes you battle more, doesn't it? Your wits are about you and stuff. Yeah. Solid. All the names. There's so many to mention, but I try. You what?
What about Mr. Christmas Tree here? Like, who if you had to come up against anybody, who's your
Christmas Tree?
Who do you pick yourself? You see there on the other side, you fuck's sake, here we go.
I would say Endarkment. Like I mentioned before, playing against Legion and knowing that I see Endarkment on the other team, I'm like, this isn't going to be fun. But even though he wasn't my nemesis, when we played 3-5 early on in TFL, we played them on Hill 400, and they made it known, they're like, we're going to need to have some fill-ins. So we're like, okay. And of course, one of the fill-ins they had to fucking have was Endarkment. And I'm like, of all the
players, the only fill-in.
Yeah, I'm like, of all the people in Hell Let Loose, he had to be the one that you guys picked. And
he dropped 183 on us, by the way.
Yeah. So I don't like seeing him playing against him, but as a person, I love talking to that dude. We're gonna have to get Snoochie on here, by the way, Snow.
Yeah, dude. The fact that he said Winters is
Snoochie was in my attack when I played for Merc, and obviously there was an FL Merc. He's a fucking good lad, Snoochie. A very good lad. He knows how to shoot, man. He's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I love Snoochie whenever he was in eighth too.
Yeah, well, he's going to be. Everyone's going to be an eighth because you know what? Then, I hope you boys suck fucking. I think Brazil. I'm a little bit drunk here, boys, but
and the rest.
I hope you boys succeed because
I
do. I really do. I fucking hope you boys come out and fucking come out swinging in season 4 because me and the Razz man here, like we talk
We've
about
been
it
through
before. Yeah, I fucking hope you do, mate, and I hope you fucking challenge every single person you come up against. You fucking, because you deserve it. That's why.
Thank you.
You do deserve it. Like I started 95th, I lasted a day. Deleted the Discord.
That's
See you
crazy.
later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, I don't have anything else for you guys. Thank you guys, especially for staying up and talking to us tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's great to have European royalty in our presence.
Yeah.
Hold on before we go.
Yeah,
Highest kill count in one game.
Highest kill count in
You
one.
what?
Highest kill count in one game.
What are you saying?
We're excluding armor and artillery, right? Just straight infantry play.
Rifleman.
Yeah.
Rifleman. Highest kill game. Not you, Raz, because I know yours is different. Come on, Snow.
102.
All right. Come.
I think for me it was like probably low 90s. I don't think I've capped 100 as infantry.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, there is. This is why we don't win. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is my last episode as a member of the 8th. I'm gonna go join first tomorrow. Yeah. No. Fuck you, Snow.
I'm sure 21st wants you back.
I am not going back to the 21st.
Who goes back to
You know,
the-
Chosen.
What?
You know, Chosen said he would go back to Merc tomorrow. I would not.
you.
I would not go back to the 21st.
You do realise I'm fucking clanless after this fucking podcast.
No, you're not.
You ruined my career. And by the way, who the fuck goes to the 21st, man?
Huh?
You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to the 21st?
Yeah. I started I was in the 21st for like 2 years.
Oh, did you? You were there when we fucking strafed you and then just got in?
Yeah, I was there all through. Like the best moment of being in the 21st was winning the first season of Summit, but after that it was
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the
brilliant
best.
times.
The only moment.
yeah. We went down, like we jumped off a cliff between season 1 and season 2. It was nothing but just bad after that. But
Can't win them all.
Look at Raz. Look at a picture perfect.
yeah.
Oh, look how good.
But all right, fellas. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys staying up.
All right. Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. Thanks for looking after them.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate everyone in the chat. We'll get Snow to dress up as Santa for our special Christmas episode.
That's a Christmas tree, man, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but get changed before you come on camera.
I'll change it on